We haven't heard from him since the divisional loss in the playoffs. There's that big play to talk about, the miscommunication. And obviously, I think we can all agree. Like, he was dealing with some things physically, injury-wise, and that's going to come up in our conversation as well.
All right, here's DJ Moore with Adam Johns just about 20 minutes ago here at the Media Center in San Francisco.
DJ, now that the season's over, how would you reflect on what the season was for you personally and the Bears?
For me personally, I would get the season grade. I'll probably give myself a B-, just because some things didn't go our way this year. But I think everybody played to the best of their ability and what the coaches want.
That last play has come up in conversation a lot. Take us through it. Your side of the story, please.
My side of the story is just like everybody else's. It's just miscommunication. We got to attack it the next time we got something like that and just go from there.
Have you had a chance to reflect on all the amazing comeback wins, what was built with Ben? What do you think's ahead for the Bears?
I hope not a lot more fourth quarter comeback wins, but a lot more wins that come with Ben and just keep stressing ourselves to be better than we were this year.
How much would you like to be a part of that, to stay here?
I would love to. Like I told him in our exit meeting, I love being here. I really didn't have no expectations for this year. Everything went out the window when we got Ben, and I just was all in on the team.
What's the best way to describe the chemistry that Ben has built with you and especially Caleb?
The relationship, outside of football, he's a real people person. He asks about your family, kids, everything like that, and checks on you. But when you're in there ready for work, it's go time, and he demands perfection. So
we've been here since Monday. Do you still feel some of the Bears buzz? Colson Loveland here, DeAndre Swift is here, Ben Johnson's up for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, you still feel the buzz. I think because the Bears have been out the news in the postseason, so right now it's still trickling on, and everybody is reaping the benefits from it.
Physically, how do you feel? How many things were you battling by the end of the season?
Let's just say a lot more than the normal person should.
So I think a couple of highlights in there, obviously him speaking on that last play, finally the interception, his role in it, and him basically saying what everyone else has said, it was a miscommunication. But he also, what do you think he meant by just got to attack it?
My read on it is that if that's something the Bears want to use later Ben Johnson mentioned himself, he's got to coach it better. There was a new concept or a new read within the actual play that went in that week against the Rams, and they have to attack it better. They have to coach it better. They have to go through it better. It's something that needs to be fixed. It's something that it's not so much improvised, but it's something that's read based on what the defense is doing within the play as it's playing out, and that's just something they have to get better at if they want to run that concept again next year, if they are together.
So help me out here, because I don't want to misspeak or put words in DJ's mouth, but when you're saying you think attack it better means the preparation of it, you don't think it is, okay, maybe I did or did we didn't have the miscommunication. We had miscommunication on where the ball was going to be placed, but regardless, I have to attack it better. That's not a fair interpretation of
no,
that?
I didn't read it that way. I'm sure others can interpret that way. The way I got it was we means the offense, we means Ben Johnson, we means everybody who's involved in not only running that play as it's called, but installing that play and teaching that play.
What I am kind of getting to with it, it's if he was feeling completely, if his body was in a better place, pretty much not at the end of his end of the rope, he's going to be way more aggressive in trying to get the football to come to him. I don't. It's almost like he doesn't want it there as much because he's just dealing with he's just so compromised at that point. Is that fair?
You're talking about his injuries.
Yes.
As he said at the end of the interview.
Yeah.
Guys, we watched that game play out. We saw him take tough hits on the sideline. We saw him leave the field and get checked out in the blue medical tent. We know he was dealing with stuff going into that game in previous games. I think that is such an overlooked factor in this DJ Moore conversation. Everything that he was dealing with physically on a cold day in Chicago and against a very good Rams team.
At some point, if you can't run and everything hurts, you want somebody else to step up and do it. You're going to play your role, but you're almost not expecting to get it. Maybe. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him either, but it just seems like what happened.
We were having this conversation last night, actually, on our way to dinner, and it's I just feel like this DJ Moore conversation has been totally overblown. at this point? Like, is he?
I think it's been unfair for DJ.
Yeah, I think it's been unfair for him too, and I think that game encapsulates everything. I get it to a certain extent because of what the optics sometimes look like with the body language and maybe how that last play plays out. But it's just so easy to overlook everything he played through, all the injuries he was dealing with. In that game, he got smoked and had to go to the injury tent. He had an amazing one-handed catch in that game, a touchdown catch in that game. Like, DJ Moore is still a good player. And I get that maybe his contract is a little bit higher than it should be based on the production. But you're still in this window of Caleb Williams on his rookie contract. So I don't look at it like it's the end of the world. And I just think the idea of shipping him out is so easy. You're a worse football team the second he's not on the roster, in my opinion.
Well, I'll say this much, I'll leave it to the guys in that room to know what the true responsibilities are. I'll leave the X's and O's breakdowns for the people that are, to me, a little better. I mean, the tape is the tape at times. Fans, even if you're very novice in understanding, can call things out, so I'm not going to pretend like I don't even do that at times. But I will say, when we talk about the Bears and how criticized and scrutinized Caleb Williams is nationally, DJ Moore is the equivalent to that locally. Everyone locally, especially in the last year, maybe it took some time to get there, but everybody locally, fans, everyone otherwise, has Caleb's back, sticks up for Caleb. DJ Moore, a lot through the fan base, he is picked on all the time for his mannerisms. I've said things on the show. I've had questions. He's even had to address it. Ben Johnson's even had to talk about, attitude, body language, facial. Like, he doesn't realize when he's on Monday Night Football, the cameras are on him on the sidelines. How he's so he gets scrutinized at this microscopic level. Then he has two of the most famous touchdowns, in Bears history. The one against the Packers will live on forever. I was crying the next day. That's how happy I was as a fan.
That night you were crying.
Right.
When it
I was crying both games.
Okay.
Right? And he
might start crying now.
I
He was actually crying last night, too.
I cry every day for good reasons and bad. And so, what an unfair kind of plate he gets served, where he has all these memorable moments as part of such a special team. And then it ends the way it does, and it just goes right back to where we've always been with DJ, where he's just getting beat up by the city. And, at the end of the day, put the money aside. He's a Chicago Bear. The fans should – it's okay to hold guys to account. We all just want to win a Super Bowl, fans, players, coaches, everybody. But you got to have his back a little bit too.
Look, he is the poster child for me at this point. And as Brian Urlacher is going to join us here in a minute.
Buddies now. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, I'll just say real quick. He's the poster child for what have you done for me lately in sports right now in Chicago. Greatest catch ever, beat the Packers, people crying, not just Braggs, and then 3 days later everybody wants him gone.